Hey guys, and welcome back. So, I know it's been a while, and as some of you might have seen on Snapchat and the Facebook page and Instagram, a couple things have changed. So I just thought I'd do a video and explain a few things that have happened. One of them being this. So we'll start with the Mark X. The currently the Mark X is having some issues. With I've got issues where a park light's gone out. Was it a park light? Yeah, one of the little LED bulbs in the front's gone out, but it's killed the rear tail lights completely. I got brake. I just don't have any indicator or any of the other lights for some reason. And then when it happened, when I indicate, the high stop light's flashing. So I thought maybe it was an indicator bulb, so I replaced that, and then I noticed the front wasn't working. I was like, okay. So I've called Toyota, and they're having a look into it for me. And then, literally a day after that started happening, I've lost I guess you'd call it sequential Tiptronic in the gearbox. So pretty much it ain't even going to come out of gear at the moment because it's not on. But pretty much I've lost the manual selection here. It comes up on the display that I'm in fourth gear, and then it just blankly disappears. So they're also looking into what could have caused that, and pretty much by the sounds of it, it's going to be sent it into Toyota, and they're going to put a scan tool across it, and have a look at the codes and see if there's any faults within the computer system for the transmission, and whether there's an issue with the lighting because these things run OBD2 and have all these fancy sensors everywhere. So they said there's multiple things that could cause trans issues. The fact the car's still running and driving means that the gearbox isn't fucked, but it could be a sensor on the gearbox itself that has failed. But yeah, so the Mark X has pretty much stayed the same. I've ordered a roof spoiler currently coming in from AliExpress. Well, it's actually Alibaba. So for those of you who don't know the difference between AliExpress and Alibaba, Alibaba is where you go. So if you want to buy something that you find on AliExpress and you want to buy bulk of it because you're a business, a YouTuber looking to do it as a merch item or whatever, then you go to Alibaba because you get a cheaper rate, and generally instead of paying the AliExpress shipping fees, which are horrendous, you pay a bulk shipping fee. Downside is you generally have to buy a large amount of each item. So you've got to say, when I go on there, I'm generally buying 10 to 15 of an item. I've been looking at quick release bumper clips and stuff like that to stock on the website. And you're looking at buying 500 pairs of those, or a bag of 1,000. So bear in mind when you're going on Alibaba, if you ever have a look at it, there are a lot of things on there that aren't on AliExpress, simply for the fact that they're priced really high. You can buy full shipping container houses, you can buy all sorts of stuff on there. So that's where my roof spoiler is coming from as a sample product. And the way that works is that you order an item, they charge the shipping fee to get it to you. You have it, you test fit it, and pretty much just mock it up, see how it's going to sit, to see whether the moulding's correct and all that kind of stuff. If it is exactly what you want, you contact them, they charge you the price. So they ask you how many you would like. So if you want 100, the price might be $30 each at 100, for example. Then they'll charge you for the one you've already got at $30, and they'll send you another, and then you start talking about payment and shipping options for the other 100. There are a few other things I've found that they do. I've found, I wouldn't say wide body front guards, but they're vented front guards, sort of like what my 33's got. I've found vented bonnets, which actually my projects, which I'll link below because I've done brought a lot of stuff off them in the past when I had 33 going. I had the 32 coupe. I bought stuff off them for the 32 sedan, the black 32 sedan we had. Just a lot of parts over the years have come from them, for no other reason I like supporting a New Zealand business, a small business, as much as I can. So I'll link them below. Awesome guys to deal with. And I actually mistakenly found the bonnet that they've started to look at importing. So I've talked to the company about that. I've found different grills. This is like a standard car issue too, where I don't know if the camera will pick it up. You have like the sun. It's like a standard plastic headlight issue. So with the Mark X, for I think it was $80, I can buy brand new plastics, and then you just replace the plastic with brand new, like a brand new lens, I guess, even though their HID is projected. But yeah, so that's quite cool to be able to do. There's a lot of things coming out for these cars, like aftermarket side skirts, front lips. Even though this one's an S package, so it's already got like little lips down there, side skirts, stainless exhaust and that. Lowering spring wise, I've talked to Cobra about doing some ultra lows, custom lows for this. So ultra lows weren't low enough. I had a look at one that a friend of mine had, or has, and I didn't like the way it sat. So it sort of had the same issue as my 33, where it sat low in the arse and then high in the front. So I've talked to Cobra about some custom ones, and they're pricing up at the moment to do ones that will work for what I want this car to look like. But once pretty much everything's been put on hold, I'm not going to go blowing money into putting body kits on this and new headlight glass and plastic and fucking all that kind of shit. If something's seriously wrong with the trans and I have to fork out $2,000 to buy another trans, at that point I'll probably look at just parking this up for 3 months and buying one out of Japan, because an entire Mark X from Japan is insanely cheap. I'm probably going to do a video on that on its own. Like, these things here, you see them at car yards for 13 grand. I paid 10 for this when I brought it, and they're like, the price that you see them for in Japan on auction sites for sale is absolutely insane. Like, it blew my mind the amount of markup that they must be making, because I brought this fresh off the boat. I hadn't even seen it in person when I brought it. It came off the boat, got complied, and I took it home the next day. So I'll do a separate video on that. I've sort of moved my entire setup, so that'll be a video coming up probably this week. I'm going to try to start making videos each week. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Figured I'd do this as a Mark X update, because I've had a lot of comments on the video of when I first brought this over a year ago, asking different things. One thing I have noticed as I've used it more, so when I brought it done just over 90,000 K, and now it's done 130,000 K. The fuel economy is getting a bit worse. Not bad. Like, then again, I don't drive my cars like granny on a Sunday. The fuel economy is not as good as it used to be. But I've heard that with a lot of people who have got more modern Nissans and that. So maybe whether it's fuel quality that we're getting at the moment, due to COVID or whatever. But I guess we'll wait and see. I do want to put it on a dyno once I've got a few more things done to it. I want to change the exhaust system so it's a bit louder, and just mess around with a few bits and pieces. Nothing insane. Like, as much as I'd like to buy the manual conversion kit and the supercharger kit for these, which was a factory thing, yeah, that's another piece I'll do a video on. But as much as I'd like to do the manual swap on this, it's unfeasible. The only kit that I found for sale, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of money just to buy the kit, let alone getting it shipped to New Zealand from Indonesia, and it's a lot of money to get everything done properly. It'll be one of those jobs I'd actually send into a shop to get done and not do it myself. But is what it is. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys probably tomorrow, next day. I'll do an update on the Laurel. I'll do an update on the 33. I'll do a video on the truck, because that sort of had an accident and died. So stay tuned, guys. I'm loving the support, and I'll catch you next time.